This is our town.
This is our house.
Let's raise the roof and touch the sky.
Come on, Cincinnati.
Let's roar.
And this is it before we start it for real. Preseason game number 4. Everybody's ready for a little football. The I-74 battle to close this thing out. Cincinnati Bengals hosting the Indianapolis Colts on a beautiful night in Cincinnati at Paul Brown Stadium. Hello again, everyone. Brad Johansson alongside Hall of Famer Anthony Munoz. They cut down to 75 this week. Usually there are very few surprises in those cut downs, but the one very big surprise was longtime punt returner Brandon Tate gone because Alex Erickson has done his job in the preseason.
You know, it's not like it's surprising that happens because that's part of this league, but Tate has been around for a long time, and then all of a sudden you get a young guy coming in, Alex Erickson, who's pretty much lit it on fire. I mean, the young man, you know, he returns one for a touchdown. He's averaging over 40 yards, punt returning, and not only scoring, but how he's breaking tackles and he's outrunning guys. So he has shown that this game is not too big for him as a young guy. And then, you know, he'll be doing it, but probably be sharing it with Adam Jones.
Well, he may be sharing it with Adam Jones, but they need him as a wide receiver. Let's take us to the EA Sports key players to watch tonight, and that begins with another wide receiver. Maybe the fastest one of all, but what has James Wright done so far in the preseason?
Well, I think he has to do a lot more. I mean, he's going into his 3rd year, so he's had plenty of time in this system. What a great opportunity for him to step it up and really do a lot more than he has been doing. And then you look at Nick Vigil, a young rookie linebacker who plays all positions, so that's a plus for him. And then Will Clark, the defensive end, who's been around for 3 years. He also has a chance to add some depth to this pretty good defensive line.
Well, we're looking forward to it. There may be a lot of guys that don't play tonight, but there are a bunch of guys who are looking for jobs tonight. Those who want to make it on the practice squad as well. There's a lot on the line in preseason game number 4. Bengals, Colts. The game is next. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Kroger. Get great food and low prices every day at your neighborhood Kroger. By Fifth Third Bank, the official bank of the Cincinnati Bengals. And by McDonald's. I'm loving it.
Fast, play fast, stay smart.
Marvin Lewis in the locker room getting guys ready for preseason game number 4. Bengals have won the toss, have deferred. And we are ready to kick it off against the Indianapolis Colts. But before we do that, let's head down to the 3rd member of our crew tonight, Mike Valpredo, on the field with Marvin Lewis.
Brad, thank you very much. Coach, hard fought training camp, the preseason, a lot of good moments. How did your team come into this one tonight?
Well, we're coming in with a focused look. We got guys still fighting to make our team or stay around the National Football League. So we're playing an opponent that we do this each time, and it's great for our guys. And so I'm excited for them.
Yeah, this 4th preseason game is a very big game to those guys out here. What do you say to those guys before kickoff?
Well, they've been training for this all since we brought them here. And tonight's the last night to put out their resume and go ahead and play hard, play fast. We're not going to trick them or fool them, so just go play your hard-nosed, smart football.
Good words, Coach. Thanks a lot. Good luck the rest of the way. And, guys, Coach Lewis getting ready for this finale, but Q school for those guys playing tonight.
Mike, thanks very much. As I mentioned, Bengals won the toss, chosen to defer, so Nugent will let it go. Hawker let go in the cuts of 75, so it's Mike Nugent's job again.
Nugent doing the kicking, and you have Hubert punting, so 2 veterans continuing to hold down their job so far.
Just a gorgeous night in Cincinnati, and we are underway for preseason game number 4. Josh Ferguson back about 8 yards deep. He won't bring it out. Take a look at our defensive players to watch as the Bengals start on that side of the football.
A couple defensive ends there, Brad. Deshaun Williams and Marcus Hunt. Again, they got some pretty good starting four, but always need depth, and these guys have an opportunity to, really lift themselves up. They'll be playing quite a bit tonight and see how they do.
Scott Tolzien will be the quarterback tonight. No Andrew Luck. Not a whole lot of members of the first team anywhere. You may not see a whole lot of members of the second team for a lot of these guys. Preseason game number 4, you're going to have guys that are just going to try and get through this one uninjured. Give right side. Stephon Ridley. Take a look at Tolzien's preseason numbers so far. A couple of touchdowns and a pick.
Brad, going to your comment, trying to get through without getting hurt. I would really watch that. These guys need to play 100% the whole way. I really believe when you start really watching out and trying not to get hurt, that's when you're vulnerable.
Ridley again met at the line of scrimmage. May give him one out to the 35, bring up a 3rd down and 5. Trevor Roach in on the stop, and he's one fighting for a job tonight in the linebacking core, Anthony.
He really is. You got some good backers. You have some that aren't there, but here's a young man, a rookie out of Nebraska. Big program he's come from, good size. So he gets a chance tonight right from the get-go.
Robert Turbin, the lone setback on 3rd and 5. Bengals show blitz. They're coming. Rosina under pressure, lets it go. Out of the backfield. Depends on where they mark it on the reach. They'll give it to him just across the 35-yard line. It was Turbin out of the backfield, and he reached just enough to move the sticks.
It was Trevor Roach making the tackle again. So Trevor off to a good start as he has Turbin out of the backfield. Makes a nice sure tackle. Uses that sideline to help him out.
There is Roach. David Dean runs in on the defensive line. Start the next series for the Colts. Ridley in the backfield, and to give to him on the right side. Stephen Ridley runs into his own man, and then there's Roach again. So if he wants to show, he's doing it well in the first series.
He is, and that's what you need to do. I mean, you get your one opportunity not only to play a lot to start here in this game, and he reads it well, kind of comes off and right there to make the tackle for no gain, and doing a nice job. He wasn't, a lot of times you might get in there as a rookie, you just want to get in there and you might overrun things, but he had a really good patience, waited for the running back to make his move, and then he attacked him.
On 2nd and 10, short drop, Tolzien straight across the middle, and a familiar face to the Bengals, Chase Kaufman. Their tight end in his 6th year. Couldn't really do anything with Cincinnati. Takes it out for about 8.
You see Trevor Roach again, and he gets help from his couple of linebacker buddies, P.J. Dawson, and then you see Nick Vigil coming in. The 3 linebackers all help out on that tackle.
Ridley motions out wide to the left on 3rd and 2. Tolzien drops under pressure, has to let it go. Got Kaufman. Let it go without knowing where it was going to end up, but it was right on target, and Kaufman takes it in front of Deron Smith for 28 yards and another 1st down into Bengals territory.
Good pass rush by Deshaun Williams, who we highlighted at the beginning, but just got there a bit late. Completed the Tolzien to Kaufman, as you said. But man, Deshaun Williams right between the center and the guard, and he just blew by him, but just a little late there.
Instead of down to inside the Bengals 30, and Ridley on the left side may have gotten a couple before he is taken down. Roach is in the mix again. Paul Gunther, the defensive coordinator, likes the troops that he has this year, but of course, as we talk about 52 and probably Marquise Flowers down the road as well. About 5 tackles to start on the first one. Out of the 8 plays so far Trevor Roach has been in on.
Not bad.
2nd and 8. Tolzien again, a quick drop and a quick hit as he got it to Devon Smith. He's about a yard short of a first down.
Going against number 23, Chalky Brown. Tolzien doing a nice job, just a nice timing pattern. Smith takes up, stops, and the ball's right there when he makes the turn. Tolzien getting rid of the ball quickly. A lot of quick throws. He's been getting hit just as he throws the ball, and they've been quick throws. So Bengals are just a step from getting a couple sacks.
Colts have converted on their first 2 third downs. This is a 3rd and 1 with the ball at the 20. They give to Turbin. He's got the 1 and plenty more. Take it inside the 18-yard line for a new set of downs. So they've converted on all 3 third downs so far.
So this young defense getting a lot of different looks, and right here the Colts bring in an extra lineman, put him at the tight end position, and just get their hand down on the ground and say we're going to come off and get this 1 yard. So this defense has a chance to make the stop, but they don't do it. So they're getting a chance to see the run, the pass, quick passes, little short yardage action right there.
Trevor Roach was in on that tackle. 1st and 10 from the 17. Turbin left side, got plenty of room, got the corner inside the 10. Ball on the ground. Bengals say they have it, and they do. P.J. Dawson comes up with it.
Ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense. First down, Cincinnati. Timeout.
There's the punch. Ball on the ground and loose. Dawson dives in. Bengals get the first turnover.
Back inside Paul Brown Stadium, our Tri-Health Bengals injury report that we've been familiar with, guys. Of course, Andrew Billings, a 4th-round pick with that knee injury from the first game on the injured reserve. First-round cornerback William Jackson still evaluating that injury, and finally Cedric Pierman.
Mike, thanks very much. Take another look at the fumble. Deron Smith wrapped him up, and Chris Lewis Harris punched it out. And P.J. Dawson dove in from behind to collect it. So Tolzien goes 4 for 4 for 48 yards. Kaufman with a couple of catches for 35 yards. They get deep into Bengals territory, and the Bengals get the first turnover. Quick hit left side. Took it out just across the 11-yard line. A.J. McCarron. You see his preseason numbers. Nice quarterback rating of 113-2.
Pretty good preseason by the backup quarterback.
I think there have been a few phone calls.
I would imagine there has been.
From a few teams who would be interested in number 5?
Exactly. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if the purple and gold up in Minneapolis might have made a call.
Boy, that was just a devastating injury.
Man, that was
Teddy Bridgewater this week. Quick hit out of the backfield again. And the Bengals pick up a first down in their first 2 tries. Trey Carson will probably do a lot of the first half action out of the backfield today.
Nice balance there to get a few more yards. Got a young offensive line. You actually have Trip Thurman at center, number 67. Aaron Epps at the right tackle. Christian Westerman's in there. You have Trey Hopkins at left tackle.
New set of downs from the 19. The give to Carson left side. He finds the corner, cuts it back inside to the 25-yard line. Give him 6 on the carry. Devontae Glover right in on the stop as we take a look at the players to watch on the offensive side of the ball, and Trey is one of those guys. Trey will probably do a lot of the first half running. Bronson Hill maybe a lot of the second half running. What do you see out of these 2 guys and their future for this team?
I've been really impressed with both of these young men. I mean, you know, you have Cedric Pierman, who is injured, so I don't know, does one of them play into maybe a special teams player, but maybe practice squad for one or both of them?
Give inside, and a nice push for another first down across the 30-yard line. Trey Carson has impressed throughout camp.
And one young man I did mention on the offensive line, I talked about 4 of them, was Alex Cooper, number 64 at left guard, and they went right behind Cooper and Trey Hopkins on that left side. Big game.
So a new set for McCarron and company from the 31. Bonnet offset right, cuts back in to make the block for Trey Carson. Not much there, got back to the line of scrimmage. Josh McNary in on the stop. Both coaches want to keep the clock running. Move it along, see what they need to see through these 4 quarters, and then cuts come on Saturday.
And start getting ready for the New York Jets.
Karen, quick drop, quick hit. Cody Core down to the 45-yard line of the Colts. Stephen McClure on the stop, but nice route by Cody Core. He's been impressive.
He really has. The young wide receiver from Mississippi, making a nice catch and then spinning right back out to the outside. Nice awareness of after he makes the catch there, avoiding the tackler and then making a big gain afterwards. Nice play by Cody Core.
Give him 24 on that catch. Bronson Hill will give Trey Carson a breather. First venture into Colts territory for the Bengals. Karen, short drop, going long, left side. Got a man overthrown. He was looking for Tyler Boyd. I don't think we'll see a whole lot of Tyler Boyd tonight. That may be the only throw he gets tonight.
I would agree with you. I mean, this young man has shown some pretty good skills this preseason. And on that play, he had A.J. McCarron had a chance to hit Tyler Boyd because he had plenty of time from that offensive line. But I've been real impressed with Tyler Boyd.
Tyler stays in and goes out wide right. 2nd and 10 from the 45. Hill stays in the backfield. Karen across the middle was trying to hit Cody Core again. Led him just a bit. Hit him with the left hand. Couldn't bring it in. Well, the 2nd round pick has been impressive. He did everything at Pitt, and he has not disappointed anyone in camp.
6'2", close to 200 pounds, a big young man, but you're right. He did it all, and he's come here as a rookie and then really, I know he's impressed me. I'm pretty sure he's impressed a lot of people.
9th play of the drive for the Bengals. They face a 3rd and 10 at the Colts 45. Good protection from McCarron, scrambling now, and in trouble, has to just dump it. He had enough time, but there was coverage there, and the Bengals will be forced to punt.
Yeah, you're right. That offensive line gave him some really good initial protection, but he just couldn't find anybody downfield, so he had to scramble a little bit, doing a smart move and just getting rid of it.
Chester Rogers is back deep to get Kevin Huber's punt. 82 inside the 20 for this guy since he's become a Bengal. Putting on the backspin. Couldn't spin right. Green was a little hard. Rolled forward and over the back end. Colts will get it back for their 2nd time. 4:57 to go in the first. We're scoreless. Sign up for 5th, 3rd Bengals Essential checking by September 30th. Complete qualifying activities. 2 free Bengals tickets are yours. It is hard to beat a pair of free tickets, Anthony. Visit 53.com/Bengals for more info on qualifying activities, requirements which must be met within 45 days of account opening. $50 minimum deposit to open a new checking account between 8/12 and 9/30/16. Colts with it for the 2nd time. And give to Ridley on the left side. Short gain. Nice contained by the Bengals. Margus Hunt, one of the men we talked about at the outset of the broadcast, showing up a little bit.
Yep, David Dean doing a nice job getting some penetration, and he didn't make a play, but as you mentioned, Margus Hunt was there. Deshaun Williams helped out a little bit. It was all, I think it was all start David Dean getting that nice penetration there, kind of disrupting things.
Second and 8 from the 22. Give to Ridley again, right side. There's a little bit of room there. He's taken down short of the first down after he's popped. Sean Smith is there. Deron Smith, I should say.
Doing a nice job on that right side, but man, Deron Smith comes up. It's a nice little hit on him. Ridley kind of looks up and says, man, I thought that was a linebacker. It was a defensive back.
Good little pop to make it 3rd and 2 from the 28. Turbin now in the backfield. Colts converted all 3 of their 3rd downs on the first drive. Tolzien with trips left, 2 more wide right in an empty backfield. Pumps and throws right side, and it's over the head of his intended receiver, the Cincinnati kid, the Bearcat, Mikael McKay. The Colts will be forced to punt.
Chalky Brown had pretty good coverage on number 23. Ball was thrown high, but you got to give Brown some credit. He was right there on McKay.
McAfee to kick to Alex Erickson. Driving kick inside the 15. Erickson finds a little seam, finds a little route, almost shoestring just across the 25. And the Bengals will have it back with 3:10 remaining in the first. We are scoreless. Awarding free Bengals tickets with sideline access for 2. Look for sweepstakes registration details in Great Clips salons through October 14th. Great Clips. It's going to be great. It's about that time. I probably need to stop in. Get a little clip from Dawn.
That need a little clip too. Getting long.
You're going to go watch your boys this weekend, aren't you?
I'm heading to Texas Stadium. Heading to Big D tomorrow morning. Watch the boys against the Tide.
Tide and Trojans. Swing out right side. Andrew Bonnet with some room. Takes it across the 40 and out of bounds with the long flowing locks.
And there's a Bama Tide quarterback throwing it to the Bonnet right there. Nice throw by A.J. McCarron. Nice catch Bonnet does. Makes a nice run. Andrew Bonnet.
Set up at 43 after the 15-yard gain. James Wright goes in motion left side. The inside give to Bronson Hill. Gets into the next level. 4.5, maybe 5 out across to the 47-yard line.
Nice little power play there with the right guard, Christian Westerman, the rookie out of Arizona State, pulling around, get a nice block for Bronson Hill.
I think they cheated him a few. They'll only give him 3. Mark it back at the 46. Inside give to Hill again. Side steps to try and find his way, but there's not much there. They'll mark him across the 47, gain of about 1.5.
Colts doing a nice job there, not allowing the, they weren't allowed to get pushed back by that offensive line. Doing a nice job. A lot of white shirts right on the line of scrimmage. Not giving Hill any room to run.
So McCarron faces the 3rd down and 5. Hill the lone setback. McCarron throws on a comeback route to right. Flag comes in as that one sails wide.
Prior to the pass, holding number 40, defense. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Got Chris Milton.
Trying to cover James Wright over there on the far side. Gapped a little too much, Hilton did. Milton. I'm sorry. Called him Hilton.
He doesn't know.
Christopher Milton. I apologize.
Bengals first down by penalty. Their 5th of the game gives them a new set of downs. Again in Colts territory at the 47. Not much working on the ground right now.
Now the Colts are doing a good job. Andrew Bonnet trying to lead through. Didn't get a whole lot of movement. Not a lot of movement by the offensive line. You see the white shirts with penetration, making Bronson Hill cut it back to the inside, and then he cuts it back to the inside. You have more white shirts. Good job by the Colts defense.
They'll go trips left. Tyler Boyd's in the slot on 2nd and 9. And they'll hit him on a little bubble screen. Colts read it well. And maybe 5 to the 41 as Antonio Morrison takes him down.
A little bit of a misdirection, Brad. The offensive line pulls to the right, and then A.J. McCarron throws it back to his left, hoping that, you know, most of the Colts defenders run with the offensive line pulling to the right, but they did a nice job staying at home, being disciplined and making the tackle.
You see his numbers. Averaging well over 20 per catch with a touchdown so far.
Is the end of the first quarter.
In the preseason as we've come to the end of one. We'll start number 2. See if the Bengals can put some points on the board when we return. Live at the Holy Grail from 6 to 9 every Monday. And then head to Envision Cinemas on select Wednesdays from 6 to 8 for Bengals Game Plan presented by Bud Light. We start the second quarter. Bengals facing a 3rd and 4 from the Colts 41-yard line. Pitch left side. Trey Carson finds no room. It'll be short as we take a look at the first quarter stats, Anthony.
Well, really not a whole lot going on there. Rushing, the Colts had that advantage along with total yards by 1 yard. The one turnover where Bengal defense caused that turnover. So first downs 5 to 3. Third down conversions. Colts doing a good job. 3 or 4 on third down conversions.
Huber to kick to Chester Rogers. Try to get the right spin on this one. Rogers will call for a fair catch just across the 10-yard line. 14-19 to go in the first half. We'll be joined by Bengals Director of Player Personnel Duke Tobin when we return. Matters. Download the Connect Cincinnati app today. Enjoy discounted Bengals tickets to select home games. Search Bengals to get connected. 14-19 to go in the second. We are scoreless, joined by Bengals Director of Player Personnel Duke Tobin. This is, what do I call this? This is just the final thing that you must go through before your cuts come on Saturday. Do you already know before you play a preseason game number 4?
Well, we know a lot. We've been evaluating since May, and these guys have put in a lot of work, and so that work doesn't get thrown out. That evaluation doesn't get thrown out. This is just the last piece of a long evaluation and a lot of hard work put in by these guys.
We highlighted a few guys, and one of the guys in the linebacking core, if you look at one of the guys that may be fighting for a job or down the road, Trevor Roach, said, okay, I'm going to play in this first series. I think he was in on 6 of the first 8 plays.
Yeah, that's what we want to see from guys that can get to the ball on defense, guys that are physical, guys that can get other people lined up, guys that can accomplish their assignment, and so that was good to see.
Second down at 4 for the Colts, straight up the middle, just a little bit short out to the 20-yard line. The injury to Cedric Pierman, a guy who was so important to special teams. You fill him with one guy, or do you have to match that around?
I think it's going to have to be a group effort. Cedric was very important to us, and we're still evaluating how long he's going to be out and what exactly what status we're going to put him on, and that's going to trickle through the very end of the roster, and it's going to complicate some decisions for us, and that's something that we're going to have to figure out here in the next couple of days, exactly what we're going to do with Cedric.
3rd and 2 from the 20 for the Colts. Tolzien with a quick hit out of the backfield, and no one there. Out to the 40-yard line, and another first down.
So something like this really becomes strategy. I mean, something you just go through with, instead getting hurt, and then all of a sudden you're looking to feel that. People might, just like a game, people think, okay, they show up on Sunday and you go out and play. There's a lot of work prior to that. I mean, kudos to you and your staff and everybody working together. It is a strategic move.
There's a lot of strategy to it. There's a lot of rules that we have to be aware of, and we're just trying to get ourselves in position to start right, and then to also have guys at the end when we need them. And there's a balance you gotta maintain there, and we don't want to lose a guy for an entire year that we don't have to lose for the entire year. So there's going to be a lot of discussions over the next couple of days about exactly what to do with some of the guys that are injured, and who replaces them in the short term, and when can they come back in the long term.
Did Alex Erickson make it an easy decision for you with Brandon Tate?
Well, it's never an easy decision with Brandon Tate. Brandon Tate's been an outstanding player for us over the years, and so that wasn't an easy decision at all. Alex went out and earned the job, and we thought we'd give Brandon a little extra time to maybe find a different place. But I don't close the door on Brandon being here at some point. We feel that strongly about him, but he's been a very big part of what we've done, and that was one of the tougher things that we've had to do for sure.
Is there any group where you might need to see something more tonight that would tip the scales? We talked about Trevor Roach and the linebacking core. Anything on a defensive line or an O-line situation for you?
I'll tell you, you hit it on the head when you were talking about Cedric Pierman, because a lot of these guys, if they make our team, they're going to be at the back end of our roster, and they're going to have to produce on special teams. So we're looking to see who can come and produce on special teams.
All right, hang with us for a minute. We got to take a quick break as there's a timeout on the field. Still scoreless. Presented by IHOP and College Advantage. Find out more at BengalsKidsClub.com. Duke Tobin with the Bengals player personnel with us as the Colts face a 3rd and 1 from their own 48. Inside give. Got enough. Move the chains right at midfield. Duke, I said to Anthony very early on as we talked about A.J. McCarron coming out, and we talked about the devastating injury to Teddy Bridgewater, and I said, I'm guessing the Bengals get a few phone calls, maybe even before Teddy Bridgewater. You show the amount of work that A.J. McCarron has done both at the end of last year and in preseason this year. I'm guessing the phone calls come and say, hey, what would it take for us to get you back up quarterback?
Everybody wants good players, and when you've got a guy that is not starting for you that has shown to be as good as AJ, yeah, there's going to be interest. But at the same time, that injury to Teddy shows us why we need AJ. And he's not a guy that we're not going to cut our team short and put ourselves at risk to help another team out or for some future maybe. AJ's a part of our team, and he's very important to us, and we're certainly glad to have him.
Yeah, I mean, I've been impressed when he first came in last year and started doing what he did, and especially in the playoffs. But you're right. And how about, we talked about some defensive linemen, we talked about Deshaun Williams, but Margus Hunt, he's still in there. He's getting an opportunity. I mean, you have great. I'm going to say great defensive lineman. I mean, if not great, close to it. Tell me a little bit about Margus Hunt, where he is.
This is great for him. He has not gotten a lot of reps over the years here, and the more reps he can get, the better he can become. And I'm glad to see him in there. I'm glad to see him, having to show a conditioning level and staying in there play after play, playing on 3rd down and 1st down, and playing inside. And so those are things that are going to carry through to the regular season. And we're very hopeful that he can become a good contributor for us in a defensive line rotation, which is you need in this league. You got to have a defensive line rotation.
3rd down and 6 from the Bengals 46. Tolzien drops, pressures there. He dumps again across the middle, and a nice tackle made. Fedulum got it short of the 1st down. So as we send you out of here, you're going to have to make cuts on Saturday. You normally, over the last several years, haven't gone after anybody else out there. Some here and there. Do you anticipate that, or do you think you've got what you need?
Well, we're always looking at what other teams are doing and evaluating their players. This year, maybe with our injury situation, it might open up an opportunity, and we'll evaluate that, and it depends on who's cut and how they would fit in here. But that's part of our process every year. We've had a lot of success at keeping our own and not having any open spots, which is really what we want. But if we do come across one of those with the injuries, we'll try to find the best available guy and see how he fits with it.
You've done a spectacular job. Good luck on Saturday.
Thanks, guys.
Rest of the way, have a great season.
I appreciate it.
Duke Tobin, thanks very much. We're at 8:22 first half. Bengals get the ball back.
Club gear, access to special club events, and much, much more. For more information, sign up at hoodayladies.com. And guys, it appeared that Keith Wenning was coming into the game, but number 5, A.J. McCarron, still your quarterback with 8:22 to go here in the second quarter.
Mike, thanks. Let's see if you can master a drive, get the Bengals on the board here. 8:22 to go in the first half. They start deep in their own territory. Sidestep out close to the 10-yard line. Goes Trey Carson. Bengals on the short end of the stick as far as time of possession goes so far. 13:33 to 8:05 in the early going.
I think really a lot to do with that is their inability to run the football. They've not been able to get any push, create any holes for the running back. So therefore, they're not maintaining the football like I'm sure they'd like to.
Karen on 2nd and 8 with the pressure coming. Scrambles, dumps out. Carson out of the backfield. Enough for a first down and more. Breaking tackles and staying in bounds the whole way across the 20-yard line. Nice little run.
Brad, out of the two between Bronson Hill and Trey Carson, I'd have to give the advantage as far as what I've seen this preseason to Carson. Doing a nice job not only getting around that end, but breaking tackles and making a nice game. Not a bad average. College 4.8 yard per carry average out of Texas A&M, the Aggie, former Aggie.
New set of downs at the 24. Play action from McCarron. Again throws out of the backfield to Carson. Takes out a security guard on the right side. He's going to feel that tomorrow.
McCarron had to run away from Okine there. Aaron Epps having a little problem containing the pass rusher. And
he stayed on his feet. Oh, yeah. went down at the last. That right shoulder is going to wake up sore in the morning.
A little ice on it tonight when he gets home.
2nd and 10 from the 24. It's a story to tell, right?
Exactly.
The bubble screen again. Tyler Boyd, but the pressure's coming. Flack comes in way late. From deep in the secondary. It's a long flag toss. I'm going to go 20-yard flag toss.
Pretty good arm there by the official for those 20 yards.
Pass interference, number 16. Offense, 10-yard penalty.
They got Cody Core trying to set up that screen.
Correction. Indianapolis has elected to decline the penalty. It'll be 3rd down.
So Indianapolis declines the penalty, and they will force a 3rd down. So Bronson Hill will be in the backfield. Bengals 0 for 2 on conversions. The only movement came from a penalty. This is 3rd and 10 from the 24. Pressure coming, and down he goes. And flags come in. Got a face mask.
Personal foul, face mask, number 95, defense, 15-yard penalty, first down.
So they get another 3rd down conversion by penalty.
See if we can see the face mask. Couldn't really see it there. Number 95, Okine.
Yep, he got it with the left hand coming in.
Keep those hands away from the quarterback's face.
Bengals offensive line overwhelmed on that play. Bronson Hill makes the first man miss, makes the second man miss, and we'll take it out to the 45-yard line.
Must have heard me up here. Said, I'll prove that guy up there wrong. Nice little run there. breaks the tackle and then takes to the outside and just about maintains his balance. Little shoe ankle tackle there, but a nice gain by Bronson Hill.
Give him 6 on first down out to the 45. Clock now ticks under 6 minutes to go in the first half. Still scoreless. In the I formation, and Hill will push into Colts territory, very close to the first down marker, or just short of Colts territory at the 49. Hightower in on the stop. And they will call him just short of the sticks. So see Bronson Hill's numbers. Third and a short one. Trey Carson met in the backfield. They saw it coming. Ball on the ground. Colts say they have it. And they do. So they have traded turnovers. Ron Thompson comes up with it. Carson met in the backfield, coughed it up. Colts get it back with 5:02 remaining in the first half. Cincinnati Bengals. Stephen Morris, the new quarterback for the Colts. Preseason numbers. Threw a couple of those touchdowns last week.
From the U. Miami, Florida Hurricane.
So the Colts coughed it up deep in Bengals territory. And right near midfield, the Bengals return the favor. Trey Carson puts it on the ground. 5:02 remaining in the first half, still scoreless. Inside give, Ridley. To the 42-yard line. Trevor Roach in on another stop.
Gentlemen, we talked about it when Duke was up here, Marcus Hunt. Great job getting the arms fully extended. And he pressed the offensive lineman backwards, but he's got to throw him now. The running back went right by him as he was still engaged. If you get that great of penetration, now you got to throw that offensive lineman, make the tackle.
Second down and 4 from the 42. Play action. Morris, plenty of time. Now pressured, has to dump it out of bounds. And that pressure came from Marcus Hunt. Nice job in coverage.
Marcus Hunt doing a good job. He went down to the ground and then got back up. You see him here. He's cut down. He gets up, continues to pursue. Good hustle play there by Marcus Hunt.
Colts 5 of 7 on third down conversions. This is 3rd and 4 from the 42. Robert Turbin motions out of the backfield and wide right. Morris across the middle. Nice grab. Chester Rogers, but it is very close to the sticks. We'll see on the mark whether or not he got it.
Looks like they gave him an excellent mark, but one official, that looks like he got a 1. Nice catch there. Oh, fully extends, makes a nice catch, and he gets a pretty good mark there. Looks like he got it. Well, maybe not.
Very generous.
Yeah, very generous. So they got it. First down.
Another tackle for Trevor Roach. But not in time as they move the sticks to the 37. Inside give with a whistle and flag.
Ball start, number 61, offense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
I was going to say, Brad, that left guard looked like he got going just a little bit. Adam Redmond took off just a little too quick there. Got called for it.
Pushing back 5 to the 42. Inside 3.5 to play in the first half. Morris play action and rolls. Got his tight end inside the 40 down to the 35-yard line. Swoop. As they stop the clock at 3:01. Take a quick break. Still scoreless at Paul Brown Stadium in the first half.
To get those single game tickets, 866-621-8383, or of course Bengals.com/tickets. Guys, big opener against Denver, Thursday night against Miami, all the divisional rivals, capped off with a big Sunday night game late in the season against Pittsburgh. Another great home schedule for these Bengals.
It is a great schedule. On 2nd and 9. Thank you, Mike. We take it inside the 30-yard line and very close to yet another first down for the Colts. First down, they will move the sticks.
Sorry, Brad, I was just going to make a comment. Excellent home schedule. I know that I'm going to be here looking forward to this place being packed, starting with that Broncos game.
Always tough to start the year 2 on the road. Hey, you get 2 victories, come back home to Denver. That's nice.
Right, 2-0. I might even paint my face for that opening game. Oh, maybe not.
New set of downs from the 27. Fakes the inside give. Morris will run it. And ball's on the ground, and it looks like the Bengals have it. But they are saying that he was down.
The ruling on the ground. The quarterback was diving forward, but was down by contact. 2nd down. This is the 2-minute warning.
Takes us to the 2-minute warning as we take a look at it one more time. Morris on the run, on the ground, lost it after that. They stay with the Colts. Turnover and starting at the 47. Still scoreless in this one. Second quarterback for the Colts. Stephen Morris trying to put the first points on the board.
I've been impressed with Trevor Roach. There's Nick Vigil there making some tackles, but Trevor came out to play, got his opportunity to start, and right from the get-go, man, he's been all over the place.
7 tackles so far for Roach. Then we're showing blitz. Here they come. Quick hit to Rodgers. Goes down and gets it. Gain of 2. Bring up a 3rd and 3.
You say they're bringing everybody. Morris does a nice job getting rid of it to Chester Rogers, but Tony McRae was right there to make a little contact. He's down there.
Well, Indy's converted 6 of 8. This is a 3rd down and 3. Morris to throw to Gray. May have got him short. And Roach was there again.
Yeah, they have to go for it. Let's keep the offense.
No, they don't have to go for it because they moved the chains.
Oh,
another
goodness.
generous spot.
Wow. I thought for sure he was about a yard short.
They mark it at 17 and move the chains.
Wow.
Morris looking to dump the screen. Now just throws it out of bounds because that screen was covered.
And that was a good job by the defensive line. They felt that they smelled it out right away. You know, the offensive line trying to invite them in to pass rush as we take a look here. But no, they felt it right away. You saw Marcus Hunt right away. He made initial contact, then he turned and ran. He could feel that screen coming right away. Morris had to throw it away.
47 ticks left on the first half clock. 10th play of the drive for the Colts. Morris under pressure, flag. I think there was holding there. Ball got tipped, knocked out of bounds.
He was holding Marcus Hunt, if I'm not mistaken.
Holding number 62. Offense, 10-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
Yeah, right there you see number 62 had his arm around the waist of Hunt, who was Had a good penetration. Look at that. Nice move to the inside. Kind of stopped there. You know when he stops dead in his track, something's going on.
Fourth penalty for Indy for 35 yards so far. Bengals yet to be penalized. So 2nd and 20, ball at the 27. 42 seconds left. Turbin in the backfield. There's the throw across the middle to Rodgers. Nice coverage. Quick drop by McCray.
This is the first.
Or was Hillary who was in on the stop?
Indianapolis.
Colts take a timeout. 36 seconds remaining in the first half. Let's take a look at what the Bengals are going to do. They'll start in the Meadowlands against the Jets. And then they've got to go to Pittsburgh for game 2. We talked about the home opener against Denver. Then you get Miami.
Got the Cowboys.
That's a couple of big road games, going to the Cowboys and the Patriots.
Exactly.
And unfortunately, Tom Brady will be back for the Patriots by October 16th.
Yep, exactly.
He misses the first 4. Brady's first home game coming back after that suspension. 3rd and 14. Morris going to the end zone. Picked off.
Nick Vigil. Nice play.
Wow. Well, we highlight some guys, and those guys show some highlights.
And that's why the coaches have been talking about him, especially with Nick.
Bengals get their second turnover. 29 seconds left in the first half. Still scoreless.
Yep, excellent hands, and he had to got up for it too. Nice job there by Nick Vigil.
Bengals second turnover, both of them deep in their own territory, halting the Colts a couple of times. Keith Wenning in at quarterback so that he can take a knee before half. My guess is he will finish this one out because there isn't anybody left at quarterback. So we'll tick on down. Well, this was about the pace we anticipated for preseason game number 4. Both teams going at it and trying to put some points on the board. Unsuccessful. We'll see if we get any point. We have to have some points for the second half, don't we?
I think the second half there's going to be an outpouring of points. I have that.
We finished this one last year at 9-6. We'll take a quick break. We're at halftime on the Bengals Television Network. Of that one with 2 of them. They got the first one, Anthony.
Yep, good tackling there. Shook the ball loose. No points, but man, they've got 3 turnovers. Another one coming right here.
Trey Carson coughs it up, and the Colts get it. As the Colts are trying to score, it's Nick Vigil who goes up and brings this one down, so they win the turnover battle 2-1. And we talked about guys who had to step up in the first half. Stats that we take a look at.
Not a whole lot of offense.
There's not a whole lot of anything.
No. First downs, 8-7. Turnovers. I mean, we had the turnover package, so that was a positive, but no penalties. That's another positive. Yeah, you got a lot of young guys out there, and no penalties. That's huge.
Trevor Roach is a guy who stepped up. We talked about him at the outset of the broadcast, and he had 4 of the first 6 tackles in the first drive. Ended up with 7 tackles in the first half. The Bengals, who won the toss and deferred, will get the second half kickoff.
The thing that impressed me about Trevor Roach was how patient he was. You know, he just wasn't running right away and having maybe a chance of overrunning things. He was patient, waiting, and then he would attack the ball carrier. Had a really, really good first half.
Tony McCray is back with Trey Carson to receive this one. And they'll let McAfee kick it off. 3 yards deep. Whoa. Across the 20. Tony McRae with a little speed and couldn't quite keep his feet. Wishes he could as he's dropped at the 30-yard line. So the Bengals will start with nice field position as we welcome in Jeff Butch Hobson.
Who does not belong here? I got a primetime anchor and the Hall of Famer, Anthony Munoz.
The scribe of Bengals.com. The man behind the stripes. Goodness
I'm a little
gracious.
short. I'm shrinking as we speak here. Thank you.
That'll look
Thank you.
All right. We're a little shell-shocked to have somebody of your magnitude in the booth.
We might need Anthony here pretty soon. The Bengals are basically playing with 5 offensive linemen.
Well, we asked Duke if he had any decisions to make, and you know Duke's going to do all the politically correct answers, but we'll ask you straight up: do they have any decisions to make?
I tell you what, it's as clear cut as I can really remember it. I mean, I think the big things are going to be what they do with Pearman, injury-wise. What are they going to do? Are they going to IR him? Are they going to designate him as a guy who could return? But I think other than that, and I thought Anthony made a nice call on Roach, who is a guy who really has
Hang
not
on one
played.
sec, Butch, as Keith Wenning is crushed and goes down. He completed the pass to Kumaro, but it was out of bounds. Watch the hit. Just planted. I mean, absolutely planted by Ty McGill.
They're struggling up front.
And here's the situation, Butch, because this is your last quarterback.
Yeah. This is there's going to be a lot of handoffs.
You may have to have A.J. McCarron come back in. He's the only one left. We got to take an injury timeout with 14:44 to go in the third. Be right back.
Wow.
D.Y. McGill just laid it on him. Man,
It's just loss of air. I think he just got the wind knocked out of him. So A.J. McCarron coming back in.
This will be a screen or a handoff, Anthony?
I'd say it's probably going to be a handoff.
3rd and 10 from the 30. McCarron from the shotgun.
Awesome.
He throws. Got Kumaro for a first down. Across midfield. He surprised you, Butch.
He did. That's why I'm up here, man.
Nice little quick throw here. Kumaro doing a nice job getting the inside position there.
Get a 23-yard pickup, and McCarron will come right back out, and Wenning right back in.
I don't know. I think that wide receiver spot set though, as well as Kumaro made play. I think he's going for a practice squad spot, right?
Well, I would think that they've got all the wide receiver situations set up. I know that they've been very high, and we've talked about James Wright, maybe the speediest guy that they've had. Has he shown what they wanted to show in preseason?
Well, I think he has. I think just by the fact that his knee he really hasn't had a setback with their knee. With his knees, you know, they're crossing their fingers on it. That was a pretty significant injury. Didn't play for 20 months. You know, and a microfracture injury. That's a tough one for a wide receiver because he's running all the time. But they're really encouraged by that because I tell you what, at the end of 14 when he got hurt, he was going to be the number 3 guy. And I think there's some thinking here he might be able to, if he's healthy, he can give the number 2 a shot, run a shot.
Wenning dumps a screen to Bronson Hill, and a late whistle. It was just dropped. It's an incomplete pass. We talked about Trevor Roach and what he did standing out in the early going. Is he fighting for a last spot with a Marquise Flowers or something like that?
I think so. I think it's.
Did he just earn it tonight?
It's a good question, Brad. You know, like Anthony said, he's playing really well. You know, that's one spot. If you don't like what you got, you can always go get a guy. You know, but to me, those are the last spot at linebacker, and if you want to take a look at the last spot at corner, maybe that's really all that's seems to be resolved. I would think. I mean, they're pretty set up front of the defensive line. You know, the offensive line, the injuries to Oboye and Fisher, I think means they got to keep Winston. And you know, you got to have 4 tackles, I would think, and you know,
Butch,
so that dictates.
No, we are going to stay here. All right, Butch. So continue. I was going to cut you off, but
please
continue
do.
your thought.
Please, somebody should.
Please do.
And I think, you know, I mean, to me, the big question is if you're gonna, what do you do with Pearman? Because if you keep Pearman and you carry him on the 53, well, then you get your typical roster 4 running backs and offensive linemen. But if you IR Pearman.
Kumaro with another 3rd down conversion. Doesn't matter who's throwing the ball. They're hitting 84.
if you IR pyramid, do you keep 3 backs and then maybe you go heavy at the offensive line?
So what do they need to know about said before they either iron for the year, or what is there something medically that they need to know? Or
I think, I guess it's a good question, Anthony. I think if it's a 6-week injury, then they may be carrying it. If it's 8 to 12, maybe you don't. And even if it's a 6-week injury, maybe you don't.
Bronson Hill got the edge and got it inside the 5. It's going to be 1st and goal.
If you don't, maybe you even if you really think you need that spot and he's out 6 weeks, maybe you Maybe IR him, and so you can get that spot so it doesn't go to waste.
Hey, Brad, here again, Bronson Hill, I think somehow heard what I said earlier about it. I thought Trey Carson had impressed me a little more, and since I said that, Bronson Hill's been going a little wild running the football.
Goes for 21, 8th play of the drive. The pitch to him right side, cuts back inside, nothing there. It'll be 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line. Who's the last spot at corner?
Well, I guess you'd have to say Shockey Brown, but Shockey's, he's looked good on some plays, and on some plays he hasn't. And maybe you scan away the wire, and is there something a little better, or do you go with a guy that's been, like Darren Simmons talked about this the other day? Why not? If the talent level is the same, stick with the guy that you get.
2nd and goal from the 4. Hill in the backfield with Winning. Looking left, throwing left corner of the end zone, way too high for Kumaro. It will be 3rd down and goal from that spot. Is Bronson Hill a practice squad guy if they keep Trey Carson?
Well, I think
or does Trey Carson make the squad?
I think Carson definitely makes the squad, but I think they can keep 2 backs. They kept 2 backs the last couple of years with last year they had Wilder and Watson. So, but. I would think Hill's a viable candidate. He's had a pretty good camp.
3rd down and goal from the 4. Winning, shovel inside to Hill. Colts sniffed it out. Stopped at the 2, and Marvin Lewis says somebody's got to put points on the board, so we'll send out the field goal squad.
We're going to need somebody to take a safety here if it went any. You don't want the preseason finale to go overtime, right? Certainly Marvin and I don't want that to happen.
In your estimation, was there ever a race with Hocker and Nugent, or did they know all along?
It never got off the ground, Brad, because he got hurt so early. But it would have been interesting, I guess, if Hocker had been healthy after Mike missed the 3 field goals in the first 2 games, and Hocker had been healthy. But it's going to take a lot to jettison Mike out of there. He's been so solid. He can write him in at 82%. He's the 2nd most accurate kicker in club history.
Butch, thanks for your time, buddy.
Great being here. Thank you, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have points. 10:54 to go in the 3rd. Bengals lead 3-0.
You know what? After Winning took that hit, he looked pretty good after that. Shook it off, came in, threw the ball pretty well, let him right down the field.
Nice 11-play drive. 67 yards, ending in a 21-yard field goal. There's room up the middle. Jordan Todman, former Steeler. Darius Hillary in on the stop.
Follows the blocker, then he accelerates through the hole. Nice move by Todman there.
Then ran into his own guy. Yeah. Darren Simmons not going to be happy about special teams coverage on that.
Nope, not at all.
Stay in your lane. And then you've got your kicker in preseason game number 4 going down to make a tackle.
Yeah, you don't like to see that.
So the Colts will start at their own 42, trailing 3-0. Play action to Ridley. Throws to Eric Swope. P.J. Dawson, who picked up the first fumble of the game, makes the tackle.
These young linebackers have been playing well all game because we've been talking about Trevor Roach over and over. But Nick Vigil, and we've called P.J. Dawson's name quite a bit too in this first half and now in the second.
I was laughing, Anthony, because there was a shot of Darren Simmons that we had from him throwing his arm up in the air as he was looking at the coverage team. And Ridley is caught in the backfield. And there's a guy we highlighted at the top of the broadcast in Will Clark.
Will Clark doing a nice job getting away from the tackle there. Number 61, Adam Redmond, tried to block Will Clark, but he did a nice job making the tackle, getting rid of the blocker. That was one thing I talked about Marcus Hunt earlier. He had nice extension, had the guy controlled, but you got to get away from the block and make the tackle, just like Will Clark did.
3rd down and 14 from the 38. Stephen Morris, the quarterback. Under pressure, Hunt in his face. Throws too low. And the Colts will be forced to punt as Smith brings it in. Nice defensive effort by the Bengals on that series.
Really was. You mentioned Marcus Hunt. He had his buddy, who we also highlighted early in the game, Deshaun Williams. They were both chasing him. Stephen Morris getting rid of the football.
Alex Erickson is back. Punt return touchdown in game 1. A couple of receiving touchdowns so far in the preseason. He'll take it in at the 11. Make the first man miss. First key to a punt returner, make the first man miss. Alex Erickson does that. Bengals will have the ball. 8:40 to go in the 3rd and leading 3-0. For Cincinnati, 16:65. The media devouring the Conies at halftime.
Oh yeah.
Bengals with a 3-0 lead. 8:40 to go in the 3rd. They've got the ball back. 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line.
Brad, you didn't grab one?
I did not get a Coney at halftime. Did you get in on it?
I didn't. I was kind of checking your spot over here. Maybe you had a couple extra.
Checking to see if there were chili stains.
Yeah, exactly.
Trey Carson across the 25-yard line, and he's got a first down. Trey worked it early. He was the first back out. Trey Carson, as Butch Hobson says, is a guy they have to have on this squad.
Tell you what, he's a hard runner. I tell you what, hard to bring down. He rarely goes right down. He's always going forward when they're or getting missed, making people miss.
Texas A&M. Trey Carson makes some more miss.
Man, look, wow.
Give him 9 more out across the 35.
I love how he stays low too when he's running. Look at when he's running. He's kind of, man, cuts. Look, still kind of look at him. Look down.
He's got really good feet.
Oh my goodness, good feet, excellent feet, and great power.
Second and 1 across the 35. Inside give, another first down, pushing the pile across the 40-yard line. McGill, who took the wind out of winning, makes the tackle.
Right, you mentioned he had good feet, quick feet, but he's got great patience too. Because he could jam it right up in there, but he waits and he's moving the feet, and then he sees something, then he goes.
Kumaro wide left. Alonzo Russell in the slot along with Erickson. And they screen it to Erickson. Across the 45-yard line and run out of bounds there.
Get the ball, number 12, Alex Erickson. Not an easy guy to bring down either. You look at him, he doesn't really look real big. But when they try to bring him down, he either breaks tackles or takes multiple guys to bring him down.
Bronson Hill in the backfield. 8 attempts so far tonight, 40 yards. Long of 21. 2nd and 5 from the 46. Winning to throw. Across the middle. First down into Colts territory. Matt Lengel was hoping to put something on tape. With that catch, moves the chains.
That's right, Lengo and of course Uzama. We got Tyler Eifert and Tyler Croft, two tight ends that are not playing right now, but hopefully with Tyler Eifert, it's not that long before he returns. This offense needs him back in there.
Winning just lofts it up in the air as he gets drilled again. It was jailbreak from that side. A little kind and a little help. Goodness gracious, Wenning's going to have a cold tub in his future.
Yep, in the near future. He'll be icing down, if not tonight, tomorrow morning for sure.
Send two out wide right, one wide left. Tight end in the slot on 2nd and 10. And the inside give, Bronson Hill not much there for him. So it'll be 3rd and long from that spot.
It appears to me Bronson Hill is more the shifty kind of get outside guy, where Trey Carson, if there's not a whole lot there, he's going to force it and he's going to make something happen.
Bengals 2 of 6 on 3rd down conversion so far tonight, face a 3rd and 10 from the Colts 45. Colts look like they're coming, and they are. Winning has enough time to let it go.
Got him open.
Alonzo Russell out of bounds, went up in the air, couldn't bring the feet down. So it will be 4th down, and Kevin Huber will come out. Take a look at our airing it out pass of the game presented by Ultimate Air Shuttle. He went airborne a couple of times, once to get it and once to come down. Airing it out presented by Ultimate Air Shuttle. VIP travel for the cost of commercial. Fair catch called for just outside the 10-yard line by Chester Rogers. Bengals have a 3-0 lead, 4:32 to play in the 3rd. At our airing it out pass of the game one more time, presented by Ultimate Air Shuttle. Alonzo Russell going up and getting dumped, didn't come down in bounds. Still nice air time.
It really was.
Airing it out presented by Ultimate Air Shuttle. VIP travel for the cost of commercial. Let's throw it down to Mike Valpredo.
And down here we are 5 for 5. 5 years, 5 Pro Bowls for 18. AJ Green, thanks for coming down to join us. And first and foremost, how was the knee? How are you?
Oh, I'm good. Knee's fine. It was just a banged knee. I just banged it. Nothing serious. Won all routes today. It's fine.
Good. I know everyone loves hearing you say that. Talk a little bit, AJ, about this core of receivers, behind you or with you. The guys that left, Mohammed and Marvin, moving on. But talk about these guys, Brandon, obviously the rookies coming in. Talk about who's also playing receiver besides AJ Green.
We brought in B, and B played a lot of football. Been good everywhere you've been, man. And I'm glad we brought him here because he's really gonna help us out. We drafted TB, and we got a couple other young guys that are really gonna step up. But again, we gotta continue to get better, and we gotta keep making plays out here. These preseason means a lot to the young guys, but the real season starts next week, so games have to really be stepped up then.
You've been here a few years now. You've seen the progress over especially the last few when you guys have been a pretty darn or very good team. Where is this 2016 Bengals team?
We're another good team. One thing about this team, man, we stick together and we practice real hard, man. And one thing we're going to have to we have to get better each week. That's the biggest thing. Let's take game by game, snap by snap. So.
Well, I know this. You got a big game on Saturday. The Bulldogs guys, a new coach, Kirby Smart. You and Giovanni, the North Kid, the Tar Heel, got anything riding on that one down in the Georgia Dome?
No, we ain't got nothing running, but we're going down there to that game. Me, Gio, and Clint, we all going down there on Saturday, and then we're going to come back. So it's going to be nice.
As long as you're doing something non-contact, everyone's happy, so go enjoy the game.
Thank you. Thank you.
AJ, thanks, and have another. Go 6 for 6. Thank you. Guys, class act, Pro Bowl, and all the other accolades, A.J. Green.
Not a whole lot better than number 18. Colts with a big bust. Down the right side. Jordan Todman takes it into Bengals territory. I like AJ when he talks about his receivers. Well, we got B. That would be Brandon LaFell.
Yeah.
And we got TB. Be Tyler Boyd.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of other guys. Got all those guys. Don't ask me to name guys. Those are my guys.
That's right.
I got B and TB.
TB.
First and 10 from 36 for the Colts. Morris with the throw. Rodgers with the catch. Just short of the 30-yard line.
This defensive linemen have been playing a lot tonight. Looks like their pass rush is slowing down a little bit. The reaction, they got to kind of dig deep. You know, they're not used to seeing this much action, so conditioning is becoming a factor here.
Yeah, if you got the word that you were going to play tonight, you knew you were going to get a lot of time.
Yeah, exactly.
2nd and 5 from the 31. Ridley in the backfield. Come on the corner blitz. Morris has no one to throw it to on the right side as he gets dropped. Craig came in shaking his head with a smile on his face, came from all the way around and got caught from the man inside.
Had to get some pressure somehow, so they brought the house.
Deshaun's done a little bit of work in the backfield of the Colts, hasn't he?
He has. He's, you know, we talked about him early on. And
number 7, offense. It's a loss of down. It's 3rd down at the spot of the foul.
He's been very active tonight. Very active.
So an intentional grounding penalty will move the Colts back to the 43-yard line. A loss of 12 and a loss of down.
Penalty is 10 yards. Penalty is 10 yards. It's 3rd down.
Say the penalty is 10 yards.
Making sure they got the yardage right. Maybe not.
Side judge comes in again. All gather. Walt Anderson waiting for them to make their discussions. Well, if it was 10 yards, they moved it back 12. So now they're going to move it to 10 yards.
So I just came and said, 10 yards. Okay.
Now we're all on the same page in preseason game number 4.
Exactly.
3rd and 17. Or we'll call it 3rd and 15 from the 41. Morris dumps across the middle, down the seam. Short of the 25-yard line goes Robert Turbin. And out comes the 21-year veteran Adam Vinatieri. 21 years. Wow.
And he's still doing it pretty well.
'25 of 27 last year. 46. We are all knotted up. Boy, what a duel we got going on in PBS. 33 seconds remain in the 3rd, all knotted at 3. 866-621-8383 or visit Bengals.com. Don't forget, check out the Taco Bell Family Zone. It's the place that every family wants to be. Taco Bell.
Live más.
33 seconds remain in the 3rd.
I want to see Tony McRae run this football. He showed some speed. Got a little broken. Was broken last time we ran.
Bronson Hill back with him, but it's going to McRae 8 yards deep. He wants some more. bring it out. Try to find a seam this time. Couldn't get to the 20. Cale McKay in on the stop. Hey, Mike, you got a little fan poll for us? Michael? Hello, Mike.
Hello, Brad.
You got a little fan poll for us, my friend?
As a matter of fact, I do. That's the Medical Mutual fan poll. Question, who gets a game ball from the Bengals at Jaguars from last Sunday night? Vincent Ray, Alex Erickson, Giovanni Bernard, or Jeremy Hill? And your leader in the clubhouse, once again, number 12, Alex Erickson, 47%. We might as well rename it the Alex Erickson
Preseason award, yeah.
Fan poll.
Mike, thanks. Trey Carson with some nifty footwork. Take it out to the 18-yard line. It may very well be our final play of the third quarter.
It is. It was a nice run by Trey. Did a nice job hurdling the guy. Trey Carson showing some niftiness, but also I'm impressed with his power too.
This is the end of the third quarter.
3 down, 1 to go in preseason. All knotted at 3. Somebody's got to win this thing. We're coming back for the fourth quarter. Right after this. Up Nike at the Bengals Pro Shop, offering the best selection of Bengals men's and women's Nike products around. Visit the Pro Shop 7 days a week, located on the north side of Paul Brown Stadium, or you can shop online at Bengals.com. Take a look at the third quarter stats brought to you by Fifth Third. Not much distinguishing there. Bengals winning the turnover battle.
Still no penalties.
That's a good night.
It is a good night.
Winning back in at quarterback, Kumaro. He's been the big play guy tonight. Across the 35-yard line for another first down as Lee Hightower takes him down.
Nice job by Jake Kumaro. After he catches the football, he turns it upfield, doesn't hesitate right here. Nice little, takes it inside, gets about 13 more yards after the catch.
Give him 19 all day. Move it out to the 37. Erickson in the slot. Left side to give to Carson. Trey trying to pick his way, but there is no way to go. He is pushed back.
For the most part, this Colts defensive line has been doing a really good job stalemating that offensive line, not giving them a whole lot of, especially between the tackles, not a whole lot of room for the running backs to run.
Second down and 10 from the 37. Quick hit to Alex Erickson going down the seam. Overthrew him just a bit.
Well, he had a little bit of pressure in his face. I don't know if that caused, but he unloaded that one high to Erickson. A little more pressure than he's been getting here lately.
There's only 2 of 7 on third down conversions tonight. This is 3rd and 10. Alonzo Russell, maybe about 8 yards too short. Here comes the punt team. Do you anticipate a whole lot of difference in the offense moving from Hugh Jackson to Ken Zampese?
I really don't. You know, Zampese's been here for quite a while. I don't believe that it would be a total overhaul. I think it's going to be very similar, maybe a tweak here and there.
Flag down on the field.
And this preseason pretty much, you know, indicates that. I mean, they're, as far as I can see, running similar plays. I think this preseason they've run the screen a little more than I'm used to seeing, which I think is a good thing.
You're going to get mostly vanilla in preseason anyway.
Yeah, but you still have to run your pretty much your bread and butter plays. You know, your counter, your, you know, work on some plays.
During the kick, holding receiving team number 46. That penalty will be enforced after distance goal from the end of the run, first down.
So we'll take a quick break with 13 minutes remaining in this one. Colts have the ball back in a 3-3 tie. So cracking down on drunk driving like never before. If you drive drunk, you're going to get caught. You'll be arrested. Drive sober or get pulled over. Funded by the Ohio Traffic Safety Office. Let's throw it down at the field. Mike Valpredo. Mike.
Well, Brad, thanks. It's the annual step stool moment for me. I get to stand next to 77 and feel like the shortest person alive. So thank you for that. But in all seriousness, congratulations on last year. Starter in the Pro Bowl, unanimous first team All-Pro. Talk about your year last year a little bit.
It's great. It's great as a team to have success, and then individuals get recognized when that happens. And so, that happened for me last year, and that's great. And it was a lot of fun. But this year's a new year, a new slate, and you got to do it all over again.
I knew you were going to say that. I was trying to walk you into a little bit more of, talking about last year, but talk about this team and what you guys need to do to take that step forward in 2016.
Just continue to be our stubborn selves, and that's show up again this season and play well, and do everything it takes to earn that right to get back in the playoffs. And then when you're there, take advantage of that opportunity. And so we're looking forward to that. We're looking forward to the confidence and the attitude it's going to take for us to get to where we want to go.
And I've noticed in the last couple of years during the preseason, watching you guys come together as a cohesive group and getting to know each other. This summer, I would call it quiet confidence. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think we know what's ahead, and we're excited for the opportunity, the opportunity to go prove ourselves. And I think last year, really for us, getting in the playoffs and playing Pittsburgh and having all the things that happened to us, not only in that game but prior to it, losing Andy, your starting quarterback, and to be able to fight the way we did and get ourselves back in that game with the opportunity to win it without some fluke circumstances happening. I think we realized that, we did step up in that moment. We just didn't hold on to it. And so we're looking forward to what happens next.
Well, you guys are going to get the ball back, it looks like. Normally I like Mr. Munoz upstairs, the Hall of Famer, to say hello to you, but I know you guys get to say hello to each other at times, and I know how much everyone thinks of the job you're doing. So keep it up and get back to the Pro Bowl and do all those things you've been doing.
Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Guys, what more can I say? This guy's a tower of strength, both physically and in every way supporting this team.
Yeah, it's great to have a leader like Andrew, not only on the field, but in the locker room. He does a tremendous job, and he's handled himself extremely well on both, on the field and off.
He is a class act, really the core to this team.
Yeah.
And he has been that for quite some time. Take a look at this. Straight down the seam and out to the 34-yard line to bring up a 3rd and short. So the Colts coughed it up but fell on their own loose ball. 7 of 12 tonight on 3rd down conversions. Give it to Todman up the middle, and he was lucky to have a Bengal get a hand on it because there was nothing past Ryan Brown after he tripped him up by the shoelaces.
Yeah, that was an excellent tackle. You're right. He would still be running right now if Brown hadn't made that tackle. Ryan Brown, big number 76. Nice play on that one. You talk about Andrew Whitworth, and what a great thing. Not only as a former tackle myself, same position, but to see him play so well last year. And he's right. I mean, the team does well. You get individual accolades, but man, he had a phenomenal season last year, and it was so fun to see him and the way he handled it.
But you talk about how many strong seasons he's had, and really has been underrated as the left tackle. Not recognized probably as much as he should for Pro Bowl consideration in years previous to this. Keeps his mouth shut, does his job.
Class act, and you're right. I mean, look at all the years that he has faced the top guys in the league. And when they're playing the Bengals and they're playing against Andrew Whitworth, it doesn't matter who they are. You don't hear about him during the game. And he just keeps on doing it and doesn't say a whole lot.
Well, before that, they needed him to move inside to play guard.
And
didn't say a word.
When he played and they ran that ball that they did against the Chargers, man, was he fired up.
Deep ball. Chester Rogers inside the 20. Good looking ball thrown by Moore. And Darius Hillary stops the touchdown.
Good protection, and Morris steps into it. Nice throw right there. Chester Rogers, like you mentioned, gets Hillary. Little out and up move. Man, hits him right in stride.
So Colts on the doorstep. Inside 8:30 to play. This is where the Colts have had trouble. They've coughed it up twice. Ridley, the lone setback to give to him right side, and the Bengals met him immediately.
Brett, but I think we got to keep talking about that point, because Andrew isn't the only guy with class. I mean, you look at their quarterback. He just goes about doing the job, doesn't say a whole lot. A.J. Green, another guy that Mike interviewed, 5 for 5 Pro Bowls, and he doesn't say a whole lot. You don't hear a whole lot, of his talking. He just goes out and does the job. Geno Atkins, on what do they call him, the silent assassin on defense, doesn't say a whole lot. Nobody can block him, and just go, just gets the job done. So
you say you like the strong silent type.
I do. I mean, you don't have to say a whole lot, and I think that goes back. I share this all the time. When I was about 6, 7 years old, my older brother, who's 8 years older than me, said, you don't have to say anything about how good you are. And whatever you do, if you're good enough, people will talk about you. People will recognize you. So I love the fact that the best players on this football team go about doing their business that way.
Ridley may have just dropped a touchdown pass. Had a screen, had it all set up. He failed to take the ball with it. So it's 3rd and 12 from the 20. 10th play of the drive coming. Bengals come. Loft to the end zone. Knocked
nice
away.
Play.
Shocky Brown.
Threw that hand up at the last second to knock it down. Wow. He's right behind it, but he does a great job. McKay gets behind Shocky Brown. Whoa. Turns just in time.
He turned just in time. They all count. Vinatieri trying to add 3 more. Put the Colts ahead. Kick is up. And he just got it through the left upright. Colts take the lead with 7:22 to play in this one. 6-3 Indy. Bengals Weekly with Marvin Lewis. Join Dan Hoard, Dave Lapham, Marvin Lewis every Sunday throughout the regular season of Local 12 in Cincinnati, Fox 45 in Dayton, and Fox 28 in Columbus. 11-play drive, 68 yards, 5:38 off the clock, 38-yard field goal by Vinatieri as the Colts on top 6-3. Hill and McCray back deep for this one. Shanked it or meant to hit it on the ground, taking it to 5. McCray looking for room, finds a little seam, taken down by the ankles out by the 27-28-yard line. Chase Kaufman in on the stop. For those of you watching in Cincinnati, Bengals Nation kicks off on Wednesday, September 7th. Moorline Lager House. Cedric Ogbuehi, the first guest out there.
Nice shot. Nice guy. Big guy. Big guy. Athletic guy. We can see him back in the evening.
7:15 to go. Bengals trail 6-3. Start from their own 27. We give to Trey Carson. He is met in the backfield. Edwin Jackson with a how do you do.
Now, Brad, I was not aware of this, but when we had Jeff Hobson up here, he informed me, and he made a comment, a statement, and we need to break a string of losses. 1981, last time the Bengals won in New York, beat the Jets in New York.
That's a long time.
That is a real long time.
So this is the year.
This is the year. We end that drought.
Winning on the screen. Took a long time to set it up, but Trey Carson makes it look pretty good. Say, you want to hit me? I'll bring a little shoulder.
Got to check this out. Wow. Amazing. Here we go, lower the shoulder. Oh, my goodness.
Alden Darby, how do you do?
Talking about icing. He's going to have to ice his chest tomorrow morning or tonight.
Might have got his chin, too.
Wow.
So move the change up to the 37.
5'11", 231. Very similar gap, 230. I think probably 235. Wow.
Quick feet.
Yep.
Langle. He lays his shoulder down across the 45. 47. They may move with the 48. They may move the change with that one as well. He comes off hobbling.
Darby.
Holding the left hand. Sorry.
Sorry about that. Darby, 2 plays in a row. First the running back, then a tight end.
Don't throw it this way.
Exactly. Please throw to the other side.
Looks like Langle may have dislocated a finger on the left hand. Give him 9. 2nd and 1 from the 47. Inside give. Nothing there. Colts ready for it. Loss of a couple. Earl O'Kine.
Gotta hope Lingle didn't dislocate his finger because those can be painful.
As Anthony shakes his 90-degree little pinky on the left hand. Why did you never get that fixed?
Because it doesn't hurt. If I mess it up, I won't be able to make the fist if I get it fixed.
3rd down and 3 from the 44. Here come the Colts winning. Oh, nice hands, Alex Erickson.
Wow.
Into Colts territory again. Number 12 just keeps showing up. Down to the 39.
He is so fun to watch when he lays it right out there, and he's got Erickson has a defender on his back and still makes the catch. Wow. Grabs it with his hand. Yeah, Frankie Williams trying to guard him.
Pickup of 17. Taylor trips right on 1st down. Inside give to Bronson Hill, and the Colts are ready for the inside give on this drive.
That was not a good exchange. That didn't look good from the beginning.
Earl is beating his man like a drum, Mr. O'Kine is.
Yep, we've been calling his name quite a bit.
Loss of 4. Back to the 43-yard line.
First-year player from University of Florida.
Empty the backfield, 2 wide left and 3 more wide right for winning. Looks like someone moved. We got a flag. And they'll call this one on defense.
Neutral zone infraction, number 95. Defense. 5-yard penalty.
Earl's feeling his oats.
He is. Get off a little too quick on that one. So I try to anticipate that snap count just a little too quick.
So he got him in the backfield for 4. He gives 5 back. 2nd and 9 from the 38. Erickson's in the slot right side. Winning will throw to him. Can't quite bring it in. 2 Colts on him, 1 high, 1 low. Darby said, I want to get a hit in here.
And he's talking a little bit to Erickson afterwards too. That team made the hit. John a little bit.
So 3rd and 9 from the 38. Trey Carson in the backfield now. Bengals 3 of 9 on conversions tonight. Winning, steps up, rolls, looking,
got him.
Throwing, got Alex Erickson. Do you think number 3's looking for number 12 when he's in trouble?
I think so. And O'Kine was there again, but Winning doing a nice job moving up, throwing on the run, and Erickson is wide open. Nice throw.
Down to the 16-yard line. Another big pickup by Erickson. Winning. Just throw it away into the end zone.
Number 95 chasing once again. O'Kine.
Erickson, 7 receptions, 77 yards, 11 average, 2 TDs in the preseason. Tonight he's got 3 catches for 44.
I'd say he's having a pretty good preseason.
Be your player of the preseason.
I would agree with that.
10th play of the drive with 2:19 remaining and the Bengals trailing by 3. 2nd and 10 from the 16. The draw. Carson is met. Anything inside is getting swallowed.
By multiple white shirts. It's not just one player making the play. It's usually 2 or 3 that are getting to the running back right away.
That will bring us.
This is the 2-minute warning.
Thank you, sir. Walt, we will accommodate and take a break. Bengals trail by 3. Looking to change that. At the 15-yard line. Standings from 2015. It's 12-4 Bengals. Looking to improve upon that this year with a very tough schedule in 2016. Colts coming.
Oh man, they're bringing it.
Winning throws.
Touchdown!
Russell, touchdown! Winning stood in there, went across the seam. Russell broke Milton's grasp and took it into the end zone for the Bengals lead with 1:55 to go.
And the Colts were bringing just about everybody. They had them all at the line of scrimmage. Here they come. And Winning doing a nice job. Russell, nice route. And then gets away from the tackler. That was Christopher Milton trying to bring him down, but couldn't do it. Alonzo Russell takes it in for a touchdown.
Nugent for the extra point. Up and through. An 11-play drive, 73 yards. The last, a touchdown from Russell, and the Bengals have the lead. Take a look at the Cincinnati Children's changing the outcome together play of the game. This one changed the outcome in a hurry.
Sure did. Winning saw him bringing everybody, and Russell running a nice route, then breaking the tackle. Not only catching the football, breaking the tackle. Nice play.
Changed the outcome of the game. The Cincinnati Children's changing the outcome together for families right here in the tri-state and around the world. So 1:55 to go. Chester Rogers is back deep. He will go out of the back of the end zone without the football. 1:55 remaining to close out the preseason. Bengals with a 4-point lead. Hey, tonight's gold star of the game, a nasty little bug. Trevor Roach. 11 tackles on the night. He started early and he continued all the way through. Made tackles on 4 of the first 6 plays of the game. And this is a guy fighting for one of the last spots on this team. He showed up.
He did right from the beginning. Didn't take him any time to warm up, man. He was heated and ready to go.
Morris to throw on first down. Oh. And the ball knocked down by Will Clark. He got a paw on it. Had thoughts. Chasing that one down and taking it in.
Defensive lineman, you don't get to the quarterback. You can see the ball being thrown. Get that hand up. Will Clark, man, he almost caught that one.
Quick drop, looking for the screen. Gets it set just across the 25, but the Bengals swallow it up. Executive producers of tonight's broadcast, Brian Sells and Ryan Holmes. Coordinating producers, David Ashbrock and Rush Janish. Tonight's game, produced by Kent Dreamweaver. Directed by David Ashbrock, associate producers for the Bengals television. Matty Fennell, Jamie Berkeley, Scott Simpson, Andy Pierce, and Jim Mueller. That one is caught by Mikhail McKay. As the Colts convert on 3rd down.
That was a heck of a throw right there. Man, you see. Oh, I don't know.
Is it worth taking a look at?
I would think so.
Inside 2 minutes, that goes up to the booth. Do we get something from the booth to say yay or nay? Or do we have in preseason somebody up in the booth?
Like, okay, let's keep it going.
It's going to move forward. 1st and 10 from the 48. Just lets it go to get rid of it. Nobody in the area. Is that intentional grounding? No flag yet.
Darius Hillary was the safety or the defensive back that came on that one, and he was in the tackle box.
Thanks to Aaron Leach, our stage manager extraordinaire. One who does our stats so well. Mark McIntyre spotting tonight. Fantastic camera crew that's working tonight. Everybody else in the truck, thanks so much. On 2nd and 10. Wide open is Rodgers. He'll take it for another 1st down and out of bounds.
Plenty of time there for Stephen Morris to throw that football. As Shaquille Brown, I believe, lost his shoe there running off the field. Replacement.
So they get it with P.J. Dawson, and now the Bengals will take a timeout.
George timeout. Cincinnati, 32nd timeout.
Take a 30-second timeout. Be sure to visit the Bengals Facebook page. Follow the team on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat for the latest news and updates straight from the source.
So we talked about Trevor Roach. Another good night by Alex Erickson. Continues to impress. Any other players stick out in your mind as we watch tonight?
I'm thinking, you know, Deshaun Williams showed Marcus Hunt in the time that he was out there, players that we said needed to. Will Clark has made some plays. I think Trey Carson is a nice back to have on your squad, especially with Seth Pearman down.
And Marcus Hunt still in there and still coming hard. Oh, he just about gets himself a sack. He has been in the backfield a lot. It's just a matter of finishing things, but right there, he blew by the guard inside. That couldn't block him. He's right there, gets a little shove on the quarterback there as he throws the ball. Stephen Morris goes down to the ground.
And Marcus Hunt playing against 2s and 3s ought to do that every time.
Yep, I agree.
2nd and 10 from the 34. 1:03 remaining. Bengals with a 4-point lead. Quick hit, knocked away. Nice job by McCray.
Got a flag on it. Wow. I thought that was a good defensive play there.
Sure looked clean live.
Yeah. Wow. Let's check this one out.
Pass interference, number 29, defense. 1st down at the spot of the foul.
Fans don't like the call, and that, Anthony, is the 1st penalty of the game for the Bengals. Let's take another look. A little jersey grab.
Yep,
so if you got a man behind you seeing the jersey grab, you're going to get it.
Yep. Still, 1st penalty. That is not bad.
Morris across the middle. Planted down is Tavon Smith.
This is the 1st Charge timeout, Indianapolis. 30-second timeout.
So they have 2 more remaining with 52 seconds left on the clock. Down by 4, they have to get in the end zone.
Good test for these young defensive players here. Not only they've been playing most of the game, now they got a 2-minute hurry up. They do get a little break here with the timeout, and as you mentioned, the Colts have 2 timeouts left. But this is a real gut check here, playing as much as they played.
That's correct. This was the first timeout for Indianapolis. They have 2 remaining.
5-1 over the last 28 regular season games. They have built a home field advantage at Paul Brown.
That's impressive.
2nd and 5 from the 25. Morris throws. Rodgers can't bring it down, a little high.
Darius Hillary on the cover there.
So 4 down territory, 3rd and 5. .47 ticks left. 2 timeouts remaining for the Colts. They've been successful on 3rd down. 9 of 15 tonight. Bengals coming. Morris dumps it.
Oh my.
Open.
Wow.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Javon Smith.
Little bubble outside left. And the Bengals brought everybody. There was nobody left.
There wasn't. I mean, the same way they scored on the other end when the Colts brought everybody. Right here, Bengals brought them. They were burned. Block was out in front. Stephen Morris gets it out there in a hurry.
Vinatieri for the extra point to make it a 3-point lead. Kick is up and through. So the Colts march after losing the lead. They get 1:55 left and take it all the way down with 40 seconds remaining. A 9-play, 75-yard drive. 1:15 off the clock. The last 25 to Smith.
Defense has been doing a nice job prior to that drive there. Just kind of gave up too much there. Stephen Morris doing a nice job. Took a chance and brought everybody. You know,
Marvin doesn't look happy.
No. You know, you can say all you want. It's preseason. These games don't count. But man, you want to win. You just want to win.
SMH. Just shaking my head. So 40 ticks left. No one wants to go to overtime, so the Bengals will try and get it into the end zone. Hill and McCray are back deep. Let's see if one of them can do a little something. McCray will take it 8 and take a knee.
Here we go. Keith winning.
Took some shots tonight.
Yep, he sure did. Got up, did well afterwards. Where's number 12? Where's Alex Erickson? Get open for me.
Bronson Hill will be in the backfield to start this one. Erickson in the slot right side. Russell wide right. Split backfield to pick up a blitz.
Colts only rushing 3.
Got time. Got it complete across the 40-yard line. Simonides takes this one, his first catch of the night.
Tell you, that was good considering they only rushed 3 and they had 8 dropping into coverage, as they are again.
Wenning to the near side. It was tipped at the line, incomplete, leaves 16 seconds left on the clock. Wenning 12 of 22 tonight for 150 yards and a TD. And under pressure all night long.
Yep, he has been taking some big hits.
Bengals with 2 timeouts remaining. Again has time. Dumps it near side, and Matt Langle just dropped it. Could have picked up a few, run out of bounds, stop the clock.
Yep, thinking about getting out of bounds, stopping the clock before he caught the football. See him look upfield. Hadn't secured the ball yet. Got to secure the ball, then you run.
10 seconds remaining, got to go deep. Erickson in the slot right. Russell wide. Winning drops. Pressure comes. He throws wide right side, and it's picked off. Picked off by Chris Milton. So Milton got beat for the touchdown. He comes back to make the pick with 3 seconds remaining.
Once again, Wenning had some pressure. Protection breaking down. Milton right there on the ground, thrown right to him, makes the catch.
So the Colts can take a knee and wrap this one up. Bengals with a nice first half against Jacksonville. Backups couldn't quite stand up last week, and this week it's all backups. Just a final drive that they let go to let Indianapolis take the lead and now win this one 13-10 as we tick away. Preseason is officially over, and the Jets are on the schedule.
The Jets are on the schedule, and the number ones will take over and play the entire game now.
So the final cuts will come on Saturday. We'll come back to wrap this one up in just a moment. Once again, your final: Indianapolis 13, Cincinnati 10 on the Bengals Television Network.